Hi everyone, and welcome back. It's been a really long time since I uploaded an actual video on here. If you've been here for a while, I actually deleted a lot, all of my videos, and I've started fresh. So hi, my name is Ayushi, and today I am going to be teaching you how to self-publish your books. If you're a teen, because self-publishing as a teen is really the best option to go, because a lot of publishing houses don't take teen authors. It's very rare for them to do that, and instead of wasting your time chasing after a publishing house, which by the way, you don't get paid at all at the amount that you should be getting paid when you use a publishing house, so self-publishing is kind of the best option. Now, I don't have a chair in my room anymore, so I'm kind of bending down. So, first step is you need to write and edit your book. You need to review the first draft. So what you're going to do when you're reviewing the first draft is you're going to look through, you're going to check for grammatical errors, spelling errors, and you're going to proofread the whole thing. Now, this is a process that can't be done by yourself, but because since you're the one that wrote it, obviously you have a biased opinion, right? So what you're going to do is what I did is I added some of my friends as commenters onto the Google Doc that I wrote my book on, and what they did is I told them to make any comments, give me any suggestions about anything that I should improve, right? And that's what they did. They read through for me after I'd read it through myself, and they highlighted things and told me things that I should change, add, tweak, and I decided if I would listen to those suggestions or not. It's important to listen to the suggestions sometimes, because reader reviews are important, and there's really not a lot of other options you have as a teen to actually read it. I didn't just share it with my friends. I had some teachers at my school, like my librarian. Librarians are amazing, guys. I love my librarian so much. She is amazing, and she has helped me a lot, as well as my English teacher. Actually, I didn't share it with my English teacher. I shared it with my librarian though, and she's reading it through it currently for me after my friends. So those reviews are important to get the final product of your book. Now, second, what we're going to talk about is formatting. Okay, so formatting might not seem very important, but it is. It really is. Formatting is a very it's a very important part of the book, because if you don't have good formatting, then it's just going to look really messy. Now, formatting is what makes a Google Doc go from something like, I don't know, like a rough draft that you have in school. It makes it look less like a rough draft and more like it belongs in a book. It's book formatted. If you want a tutorial on how to format, I will be happy to do that for you. Just leave it in the comment section of my shorts, because for some reason the comments on my videos don't work. Now, after you've finished formatting, book covers are also an important part of the format. So if you want to design a book cover, there's this Amazon has a lot of great stuff. There's this thing called Amazon Cover Calculator. You just basically search that up in the Google search engine, and it shows a link it's called Amazon Cover Calculator, and it has like a questionnaire basically. It asks you for the format that you're going to have your book in, so like ebook, paperback, hardcover, and then it asks you for the dimensions, so how big you're going to need to have your book, if it's like a 6 by 9, a 5 by something. I'm not sure really, but you should definitely do research into the book sizes. I did whatever the average format was. I can't remember the numbers. So you use that, and basically what it gives you is it gives you a completely blank template. Now what you do is you download this template and you upload it onto Canva. You open a new project and you design the cover on Canva. If you guys like, I can also post a tutorial of how to do that. Again, just leave your wishes in the comment section of my shorts, please. Next up is copyright and ISBN. So copyright and ISBN might be the most important things. Now, if you want to leave your work as a public domain, which is basically something that's not really claimed by anyone, it's public, then don't get a copyright, but you're still going to need an ISBN number, because ISBN number is a International Standard Book Number. And what that is it basically means it's like an identification number that every single book has. Every single book. If you take a book, you look at the back, just above the barcode, it should say the ISBN number there, and if it's not there, then it should be on the inside of the book on the copyright page. So now, to get a copyright, it's different for every country. So I am in Canada. What I had to do is I needed to get I forget what it's called, but it has to do with innovation, technology, something like that. I had to get an account for that. Let me just check real quick. Right, so you need to get a My Canada Business account, and oh my gosh, the entire process of that it's really, really complicated. I can't post a tutorial of that. You will need an adult if you're a teen for that. I'm back again. So what was I saying? Copyright, yes. That is a very complicated process that I cannot give a tutorial on. So the My Canada Business account, oh my gosh, it's such a headache, guys. Government websites are not at all user-friendly. They're very complicated, and also, you need to buy a copyright, of course. There's a questionnaire that you fill out. Now, for this copyright, it costs $65 around for Canada. If you are curious about other countries and other regions, I think you should research that on your own, because I'm not familiar with the copyright laws of other countries. Now, ISBN. In Canada, ISBN numbers are free. What you do is if you're in Canada, if you're in America, you can buy an ISBN number, which saves you the headache of getting an account process to get ISBN numbers, which unfortunately is what I'm having to go through, and it's taking so long. It's frustrating. Now, what you do is you can get an ISBN account first through Library and Archives Canada. What you search up is ISBN Canada, and it shows you a link for Library and Archives Canada. What you do is you click on that link, and it shows you a form. Like it says, I have a ISBN account, I don't have an ISBN account. If you do have an ISBN account, you need to use your login credentials and log into it and see, and you can get your ISBN number in a few days from there. If you don't have an ISBN account. That is also a very long and complicated process that you need an adult for if you're a teen, because you need a My Canada Business account, which you can get as a teen, by the way. I have one myself specifically for my ISBN. It's so annoying. But I did use one of my parents' business number. This account processing can take up to 30 business days, which, guys, that's 2 months. It's like around 2 months. So it takes a lot. Business days suck. I can also post a tutorial of this. Again, shorts comment section. Now we're up to the main part. Self-publishing. Self-publishing is probably the most difficult part for pretty much everyone. So it's important that you find a good place to market and sell your books. For me, you can use Bookgram Spark, which is one option, but Bookgram Spark often has paid bundles, and it's more used by adult authors because it does things like marketing. It distributes your book on multiple different platforms, making you go into bookstores, and it does a bunch of stuff, and it's really convenient, but that's if you want to pay for it. So Bookgram Spark is a good distributor. The one I am using is Amazon KDP, which is completely free and very convenient because Amazon KDP walks you through the entire process, and also you have Google as a tool. So I can also post a tutorial of this. How many times have I said that already? I don't know. Again, you know where to request tutorials. Anyway, moving on. So if you want to, what was I talking about? Right. So I hate my brain. So self-publishing. So what you do is on Amazon KDP, there's 3 sections. The first section is basically, it's also kind of questionnaire. It's basically about what your book is about and the information about it, so that when it's posted on Amazon, which directly after 72 hours you've published it on KDP, it automatically goes onto the Amazon platform where it's available to buy. So that first part is what your book is about. And I'm pretty sure in that first part, you know that cover earlier, when you've taken that template and you've designed a cover on Canva, is you download that cover that you've now done, and you import it, I don't know. You basically add it on to the thing. There's a thing. You'll figure it out, guys. You'll figure it out. And then after that, you go on to the next step, which you put in the important information about your book. So does this book have a copyright? Does it have an ISBN number? Does it have a barcode? And you don't need to worry about the barcode if you're using Amazon KDP. If you don't have a barcode, it gives you an automatic barcode. It makes one for you, and it's free. So yeah, and if you don't get an ISBN number, Amazon gives you an ASIN, I believe it's called, but this ASIN is very restrictive. If you have an ASIN, then your book cannot be sold in any bookstores. It cannot be sold on any platforms other than Amazon, because an ISBN compared to an ASIN is specifically for Amazon, whereas an ISBN is international and it's for every single book, so that if it doesn't have an ISBN, it can't be in bookstores. So that's a thing to be cautious about. Now, what else was I talking about? Please bear with me. So, yes, and then the third part is pricing. Oh, and PDF. In the second part, you will also have to add a PDF of your book so that Amazon knows what to print. Obviously, it's not going to magically read your mind. You'll figure it out. You also get to choose how you want the inside to look. So if you want just a plain white page, sepia, I think that's what it's called, or if you want to have color in your book. So if you're publishing like a children's book and it has a lot of pictures, you can select the color that you want, right? And then the third part is pricing, which I haven't gotten around to yet because I'm still waiting for my ISBN account processing. Then after the pricing, it's ready to be published. And when you click publish, I'm pretty sure you can order an author's copy to see what it looks like, to see if you're satisfied with the way it looks. My knees hurt from sitting like this. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. And also, Amazon KDP gives you 70% royalties, I believe. I think you do get a lot of you get majority of the royalties. Amazon keeps the rest. You get a big number of royalties, which is a lot more than you would get if you were in a publishing house. I'm pretty sure a publishing house only gives you 10 to 15% royalties, which is not a lot of money. So if you're like a really, really big author like Sarah J. Maas back here, or Rebecca Yarros, or Holly Black. I have a Holly Black book back there somewhere. These authors, they've made a lot of income because of how popular their books were, which is an advantage they have. They get paid a lot, but guess what? The publishing house gets paid even more because they're keeping 90 to 85% of the income from the book. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I forget about what all the tutorials I said I was going to do, so if you want them, YouTube comment section. Have a lovely day.